Giving them the training on Panchayati Raj governance, so it's telling them, giving them the new knowledge. What are the laws, what are the bylaws, what are the schemes, what steps has to be taken, women leaders don't know. So they are giving the new knowledge. And that new knowledge includes knowledge about right to participate, right to decision making, about the right, wider social context, macro processes, relevant to the life situation. And then we also teach them the new technology. That's why comes the computer, ICT, because we have to train them. I don't think the ICT needs the literacy level. No. Basic reading skill has to be there, basic understanding has to be there, but if we teach them the basic how to use the computer, they can enhance it. So we should not undermine the ICT by saying that there are no facility. I understand their connectivity problem is there, but nothing is impossible. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mandakini Pant. You have no doubt opened many locks in our minds and cleared many cobwebs. Research, no doubt, is not only for building a body of knowledge, it is for action at the ground level. And if the people for whom we are doing this research, they don't benefit from it, there is no use of it. So it has to be participatory, and the benefits must percolate to the people for whom we are doing it. And if they are a part of the research, they are the part of the study, they are definitely going to benefit from it. Thank you so much for the enlightening talk. Now I throw the theme open to the House for discussion.
I have been in the academic area and I have done academic research. I know the procedures. I give example, a lady who is coming to the center, she has produced 12 children, 12. She understands that the population should not grow up, but in spite of the fact that things are not happening in the positive way, it is very easy to suggest on the basis of data and to give the findings. But I find very, very difficult to get the results of the participatory research.
That's true. Yes.
I understand what is conventional research, what is participatory research, what is the difference between participatory research and conventional. But the methods, this idea is not clear to me. If we are going to apply in the field, I will not be able to apply this field. So I request you to
thank you so much.
Some example.
I see the difference between conventional research and participatory research. Thank you very much. It's very clear. But I have a problem. I work for an NGO. I'm a facilitator. And my NGO gets directions from the state government to do this, do that, and I'm asked to go and do that. How should I then go and do research which would show me whether the action that I'm going to take is right or not?
Thank you. Yes.
As we all know, this conventional research and participatory research are two ends of the continuum with two opposing ideologies that underlie them. Another thing is this participatory research presentation. It gives me an impression that it is an education for action or learning by doing. So in this context, can you distinguish this participatory research and this learning by doing, because it is education for action, that's what I feel.
The difference between
so it should not appear as if it is an education for action.
Thank you. Yes.
If you were to take a position that natural research related to natural sciences and social sciences is scientific, I have a problem there, because we know that social science research is very distinct from natural sciences research, and I think that needs to be pointed out. Conventional research, if you just pit it against participatory as if it's devoid of qualitative, we know a whole lot of anthropological and methodological studies which are not really conventional in the sense that you have used conventional. So I think this juxtaposition causes a problem to me, and this needs to be clarified. In methodology you have used empowerment. Is that the methodology in that strict sense?
Of course, we know there are some limitations in the conventional research, and I hope that there may be some limitations in the participatory research also. I want to hear what are the limitations or drawbacks of the participatory research also.
Yes.
Even in villages, science or scientific research is embedded. There are farmers as well as beekeepers. Once it was found out one fine morning, beekeepers found that all their bees are dead. Then one of my friends, Deepak Kumar Da, he started investigating. Why did the bees die? He found out that this was the time of mustard cultivation. Fields all around were flowering, that is, all were yellow with mustard flowers, and these bees went there to collect honey. And prior to this date, the farmers, they spread insecticides. So all the bees died. Then what happened? Now somebody pointed out there is no action. But here the action was that the beekeepers and the farmers, they sit to a meeting and they decided that whenever the farmers will spread insecticides, they will inform the beekeepers so that beekeepers will not allow the bees to go into the field. So here is action.
Now I request Dr. Pant to reply to the queries of the people.
Well, most of the questions are between the PR and conventional research. So I'll just club the two and try to club all. They are using the word participatory, and participatory here becomes an instrumental kind of thing. Involve the community, it becomes participatory. So you are basically talking about, someone was talking about participation. It is basically the co-option of participation. When we are co-opting the participation of people, it is not participatory research. We are just using people as an instrument because we have to have a participation of the community, but basically we are using our agenda. What is happening in World Bank projects, many of the World Bank projects, they have the thing, participation of the community, but it is the World Bank agenda. So they will have the discussion, they will involve the community, have discussions and everything, but finally it will be the agenda what World Bank has decided. I'm just giving example of World Bank, just a word, but I'm saying this is happening, and this is not, I'm not excluding the NGOs. NGOs also, when we go to the community, after all, we receive the grant from the funders to implement the program. So when we go to the program, when we go and we see, suppose we have to start the problem on watershed. Okay, go and do the sanitation problems. Sanitation. I go to the community because I have been funded for the sanitation problem. I go to the community and I will bring the community together to discuss on the participation and sanitation issue. But the community may not have the sanitation problem. Their problem may be somewhere else. But if it was a true participatory research, if I were a true participatory researcher, I would drop the issue because sanitation is not a local problem, it's not a local priority. But what is happening is this, because the external agencies are influencing our activities, so most of the what you are saying is why it is not working, the community is working, involved, and yet not doing it. It is because it is still, the process is still top driven. Participation has to be there because we have to involve the people, otherwise how can it be the participatory? How can we say that? So most of the problem that we have, despite the participation, the things are not working, is because the underlying, the assumption are still top down process. So it is not there. And one question was difficult to change the attitude. Sir, it is difficult. I agree. The values, the generations have, the women, what you are saying is a population problem. If women has 12 children, it is because she doesn't have the decision making power. Can she tell her that she doesn't want children? She doesn't have the decision making power, and that's why she will keep on having 12, 13, 14 children. You see, it's very difficult to change the patriarchal attitude. It takes generations. That is why